All of you can see the slide?
Yes,
Hello
sir.
everyone. Okay, good. Okay, as we discussed in the previous lecture from the chapter number 1 of manufacturing process, that is basic machine tools and metal cutting principles. So we have discussed about the machine tool, different types of machine tools, cutting tool, types of cutting tools like a single point cutting tool and multi point cutting tool with its examples. You can see the figure of the single point and multi point cutting tools, different types of tips producing the different cutting operations. What is the importance of the chips? Tool life. What is tool life? How many factors that can affect the tool life? Listed over here. Which graph versus cutting speed versus tool life? The equation of the tool life. So for different particular operations, how can we find the tool life? Tool wear, different cutting parameters like a speed, feed, and depth of cut. Cutting fluid, importance of the cutting fluid, qualities, characteristics, functions, or we can say properties of the cutting fluid, different types of cutting fluids. And now today we are going to discuss about the tool geometry. So with the use of this figure, I hope you can easily understand the tool geometry, or we can say tool signature, or we can say tool designation of the single point cutting tool. See, first of all, you can see the geometry of a single point cutting tool in this figure. And another thing that I want to share with you that this one is an important question for your examination. And this question has been already asked many times in the GTU final examination also. So this question is most important and keep in your mind and remember all these things that we will include in this topic. That is different types of parameters of the single point cutting tool and cutting edge angle. What is notch? What is notch radius? What is face of the tool? What is shank of the tool? Back rack angle, side cutting edge angle, lip angle, shank, base, side relief angle, and side rack angle. So try to understand about the different important areas of the single point cutting tool. So see, first of all, try to understand the end cutting edge angle that you can see in the front view of the single point cutting tool. This one is a end cutting edge angle. This one is a cutting edge, and this one is end cutting edge angle. How can we explain it with the use of this different sentence that we will discuss in the next slide? But first of all, try to understand that what is the important parts, what is the important component, what is the important areas of the single point cutting tool. So this one is end cutting edge angle. This one is a nose of the tool. This one is a nose of the single point cutting tool. This one is a face of the single point cutting tool, and this is known as a nose radius. This is a cutting edge that we are using to cut the metal or material from the workpiece. Mainly. This is a shank, and this is known as a side cutting edge angle. Now you can compare this side cutting edge angle with the end cutting edge angle. What is the difference between end cutting edge angle and side cutting edge angle that you can see in the front view of the single point cutting tool, right? Now you can see the back rack angle. Over here you can see the back rack angle. Understand? This is a shank of the tool. This is known as a leap angle. This is a base of the single point cutting tool. This one is a different angles that you can see, like a side relief angle and side rack angle. Understand, all of you? So this is all the important areas of the single point cutting tool, and it is known as a tool geometry or tool signature, or we can say tool designation. So now I can say that it may ask as a explain tool geometry with figure in 7 mark. Explain in brief tool signature or tool designation in 3 to 4 marks also. At that time you have to explain it in the brief, right? So this thing is an important thing and important question it is also that may ask in your examination. So this is tool geometry. Now how can we explain each and every different parameters like a back rack angle, side rack angle, and relief angle, side rack angle, relief angle, nose radius, shank, flank, etc. So you can see the back rack angle. So back rack angle is the angle between the face of the single point cutting tool and a line parallel with the base of the single point cutting tool measured in a perpendicular plane through the side cutting edge. Now you can see back rack angle is defined as the angle between the face of the single point cutting tool. You can see the face of the single point cutting tool over here, and line parallel with the base of the single point cutting tool measured in a perpendicular plane through the side cutting edge. So where is the side cutting edge and line parallel to the base? Line parallel to the base. This one is line parallel to the base. That's why this included angle will be called as a back rack angle. Understand? Second thing is a side rack angle. So where is the side rack angle? It is over here. And how can we define it? Side rack angle is defined as the angle by which the face of the tool is inclined sideways. Side rack angle is defined as the angle by which the face of the tool is inclined sideways. So it is called side rack angle. Understand? Side rack angle is also, we can say that the angle between the surface of the flank immediately below the point and the line down from the point perpendicular to the base. આપણે સાઇડ રેક એંગલ એવી રીતે પણ કહી શકીએ કે એ એક એવો એંગલ છે કે જે તમારી ફ્લેંક સરફેસ છે એની ઇમિડિયેટલી નીચેની સાઈડમાં બિલો ધ પોઈન્ટ નીચેના પોઈન્ટથી અને લાઈન ડાઉન ફ્રોમ ધ પોઈન્ટ પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર ટુ ધી બેઝ, એટલે કે જે બેઝથી પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર લાઈન નીચેની સાઈડ આવે છે એને તમે સાઇડ રેક એંગલ તરીકે ઓળખો છો. સો યુ કેન સી ધેટ ધ સાઇડ રેક એંગલ ઓવર હિયર. Understand all of you? Now, end relief angle. You can see in this figure where is the end relief angle, where is the side relief angle, where is the end relief angle. Understand all of you? This one is a end relief angle. You can see that. So this is called and relief angle. So what is the difference between side relief angle and what is the difference in between side relief angle and end relief angle? That you can, they are well defined, it is mentioned in this slide. So you can see that the end relief angle is, all of you can see the slide and listen my voice properly or not?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Very good,
Yes, sir.
thank you. And relief angle is defined as the angle between the portion of the end flank immediately below the cutting edge. તરત જ જે એનાથી નીચેની સાઈડ છે એ કટિંગ એજની, that you can see in the figure, at the line perpendicular to the base of the tool. એટલે કે બીજી જે લાઈન છે જે પરપેન્ડિક્યુલર તમારા ટૂલના બેઝ સાથે જે એંગલ બનાવે છે, it is measured at right angles to the flank, right? It is called end relief angle. Now side relief angle. So where is the side relief angle? Over here. Side relief angle is over here. So how can we explain side relief angle in terms? Side rack angle is the angle between the portion of the side flank immediately below the side edge and the line perpendicular to the base of the tool measured at the right angles to the side. Like a side relief angle એને કહેવાય કે જે angle in between the portion of the side flank, સાઈડની flank થી immediately નીચેની સાઈઝમાં જે side edge છે એ અને line perpendicular to the base of the tool, એટલે કે જે line તમારી base toolના base થી જે line perpendicular થાય છે બને છે, it is measured at right angles to the side, each side. We can say that side relief angle, right? Next is end relief angle, sorry, end cutting edge angle. So where is the end cutting edge angle that you can see in this figure? Over here you can see that, right? End cutting edge angle. So how can we explain in terms that is end cutting edge angle is the angle between the end cutting edge and a line perpendicular to the shank of the tool. It provides clearance between tool cutting edge and workpiece. Why workpiece? Because it is end cutting edge angle. So it is the angle between the end cutting edge. So where is the end cutting edge? This is over here. End cutting edge is over here. And a line perpendicular to the shank of the tool. So where is the shank? Shank is over here. So this line is, we can say, perpendicular to the shank. Understand? That's why it provides a clearance between tool cutting edge and workpiece. So this type of end cutting edge angle in the single point cutting tool, with the use of that, or we can say it provides a clearance between cutting tool or tool edge, we can say, and workpiece. So you can definitely see the clearance in between the single point cutting tool and workpiece with the use of this end cutting edge angle. Now side cutting edge angle. Side cutting edge angle is the angle between the straight cutting edge on the side of the tool and the side of the shank. Side cutting edge angle, I hope you can easily understand with the use of this figure. Side cutting edge angle is over here. So this one is a cutting edge and this one is a line parallel to the shank, right? So how can we explain in terms? Side cutting edge angle is the angle between straight cutting edge on the side of the tool and the side of the shank, and it is responsible for the turning the chip away from the finished surface, right? How can we away the chips, or we can say metal or material we have removed from the workpiece in the form of chips? So it is very most responsible cutting edge angle, or we can say side cutting edge angle is the most responsible for the turning the chip away from the finished surface or workpiece final surface, right? So this is a side cutting edge angle. Now I hope you can easily explain the nose of the single point cutting tool, nose radius of the single point cutting tool, shank of the single point cutting tool, and flank of the single point cutting tool. So with the use of this figure, I hope all of you can understand the important geometry of a single point cutting tool, or we can say tool signature, and we can say tool designation. So anyone have doubt regarding that? You can put your doubt in your chat box also. Otherwise, I will ask the question at the end of the lecture also. So at the time you can ask me the question, right? Now types of motion in the machining. This thing is very most important to understand the cutting operations in the different machine tools, on different cutting operations on the different machine tools. So what is cutting motion and feed motion? Different types of cutting motion and feed motions on the different types of machine tools that we can understand with the use of this slide. See, if I am performing the turning operation on the lathe machine, see, if I am performing the turning operation on the lathe machine, so what is turning? Simply, I want to reduce the diameter of the round bar or circular bar, and then with the use of the single point, if I am rotating my workpiece or job with the use of this rotating mechanism like a spindle and chuck in the lathe machine, then during the operation the cutting motion is obtained by the rotation of the workpiece, and feed motion from the motion of the tool parallel or perpendicular to the workpiece axis and normal to the cutting motion. Understand? If I am performing the turning operation with the use of the lathe machine, with the use of this machine tool, with the use of the single point cutting tool, then definitely I can say that during the operation, the cutting motion is obtained by the rotation of the workpiece. So with the use of this rotating mechanism like a spindle and chuck, we can easily rotate the workpiece. It is called cutting motion and feed motion from the motion of this cutting tool. It's a single point cutting tool. If I am performing the turning operation, then I can give the feed motion to the cutting tool, which is parallel or perpendicular to the workpiece axis and normal to the cutting motion. So it is cutting motion and feed motion. If I want to give one more example to you, then I can use drilling. Also in the drilling, we want to drill a hole. If we want to make a hole on the workpiece or job, we have to rotate the drill or workpiece. And beside this, we have to press the drill against the job or workpiece so that it penetrates the workpiece. See, I want to give one example with the use of the drilling machine to understand the cutting motion and the feed motion. Then I can say that if I want to make a hole in the workpiece, then we have to rotate the workpiece either or drill bit. બેમાંથી એકઈને રોટેટ કર્યા વગર તો હોલ થવાનું નથી. That is the fact. So we have to rotate the drill or workpiece, and beside this we have to press the drill. We have to press the drill against the job or workpiece so that it penetrates the workpiece. In that, rotation of the drill or workpiece is called cutting motion, and second is known as a feed motion. Understand? In that rotation, આપણે drill bit ને જો rotate કરીએ છીએ with the use of drilling mechanism, અથવા તો જો આપણે વર્કપીસ ને રોટેટ કરીએ છીએ with the use of the rotating mechanism. Suppose in place of the tailstock, I want to fit the drill bit in the tailstock, and with the use of the drill bit I want to make a hole in the circular bar or round bar, then we have to rotate the workpiece. If I want to make a hole with the use of the drilling mechanism, then I have to rotate the drill bit. Workpiece is ideal or steady, right? So in that rotation of the drill workpiece is called cutting motion, and second is known as feed motion. Understand all of you? Types of the motion in the machining. Now you can see the auxiliary motion. Cutting motion and feed motion. I hope all of you understand that things and keep in your mind. So what is auxiliary motion? This motion facilitates handling and clamping of the workpiece in the machining, advancing the cutting tool to engage the workpiece. This type of motion means auxiliary motion facilitate handling and clamping of the workpiece. So we have to handle the workpiece or we have to clamp the workpiece when I'm performing some operation with the use of the different machine tool and with the use of the single point cutting tool or multi-point cutting tool. At that time, if I want to advance the cutting tool to engage the workpiece or to remove some metal or material from the workpiece, then we can say that positioning it in a desired orientation with respect to the workpiece. If I want to cut the metal at the first end of the workpiece and I'm setting that workpiece at the first end of the workpiece, then how can we remove the metal or material from the workpiece at the end of the workpiece or second end of the workpiece? So જે જગ્યાએથી આપણે વર્કપીસમાંથી મેટલ અથવા તો મટીરિયલને રિમૂવ કરવાનું છે એ જ જગ્યા ઉપર મારા વર્કપીસને સેટ કરવું પડશે ને. So that can be easily understand, right? So positioning it in the desired orientation with respect to the workpiece, disengaging the tool from the cut with drawing the tool and removing the machine workpiece from the machine are provided with the machine. Now જ્યારે મારું કામ પૂરું થઈ જશે, then how to disengage the cutting tool from the cutting surface or withdrawing the tool, or we have to withdraw the cutting tool or remove the machine workpiece from the machine tool or machine are also provided with the machine. We can say that. So it is the auxiliary motion, and this chapter is over now, chapter number 1, that is basic machine tool. And thank you all. And today is enough. In the next lecture we will starting the chapter number 2. Right, today we have discussed about the basic machine tools. Important question to be asked in your examination, that is tool geometry, or we can say tool designation, or we can say tool signature. And today it is enough. In the next lecture we will discuss about the chapter number 2. And if anyone have doubt regarding the today's lecture or previous 2 lectures, that we have already completed the chapter number 1, that is basic machine tool and metal cutting principles. So if anyone have doubt regarding that, you can ask me by switching on your mic. I am giving 2 minutes to you people. If anyone have doubt regarding the chapter number 1, that is basic machine tool and metal cutting principles, then you can ask me any doubt.
સર ઓક્ઝિલરી મોશનની વ્યાખ્યા શું થશે પ્રોપર?
Auxiliary motion means if you want to set your workpiece and single point cutting tool, if you want to perform some operations at some angles, and then you have to remove some metal or material from the workpiece to give some desired shape and size to the workpiece with the use of the machine tool, then you have to set it wise. It is called auxiliary motion. Understand? Cutting motion, if you understand about the cutting motion, then definitely you can easily understand the feed motion. And if you have idea regarding the cutting motion and feed motion, definitely you can understand about the auxiliary motion. Right? Important thing is like that. Anyone else? Satisfied, Mr. Varun? Getting or not?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Good, thank you. Anyone else you want to ask something? So all these things are very clear in this chapter. That is, first of all, we have discussed about the importance of the machine tool. What is machine tool? Classification of the machine tool. So how many, on the basis of the design features, on the basis of the production, all these things that we can classify the machine tools. And then we have discussed about the single point cutting tool and multi point cutting tool, means types of the cutting tool. After that, we have discussed about the cutting fluid, types of the cutting fluid, qualities of the cutting fluid, characteristics of the cutting fluid, or we can say, then types of cutting fluid we have discussed. Then function of the cutting fluid we have discussed. What is the importance of the cutting fluid during the cutting operation in these different machine tools, that we have discussed. Then next thing is tool geometry. Yes, tool geometry is an important question to be asked in your examination, or you can say important topic. Definitely, uh, 5 times exam complete થાય ને એમાંથી 3 to 4 times question exam માં પૂછાતો હોય છે, right? So this is an important question. Then types of motions: cutting motion, feed motion, auxiliary motion, that we have discussed. And all these things are very clear from the chapter number 1. The weightage is not much more than compared to the other chapters in the manufacturing processes, but it is an important 2 to 3 marks, or 3 to 5 marks you can cover from this chapter number 1, basic machine tools. In the next lecture we will discuss about the uh, chapter number 2, metal cutting lathe, and this one is the most important chapter from this syllabus, we can say, manufacturing process. And lathe machine is a very most important machine tool from different machine tools that we are going to discuss in this subject, like a grinding machine, drilling machine, hacksaw machine, shaper machine, planer machine, slaughter machine, etc. So from that, it is very most important most important chapter from your syllabus, lathe machine. And one more thing that we can say, I can say that you can cover maximum mark from this chapter, or we can say weightage of this chapter is much more than the others from our syllabus of the manufacturing process, right? So today it is enough. In the next lecture, we will start the chapter number 2. And do not remove the meeting, please. I want to take your attendance, right?
D2D, sir, 01.
One, please, હું કહું છું. Yes, Varun Waghela.
Yes, sir.
Enrollment number, please.
07.
19 or 20?
20.
Okay, 20 series 07. Then Ami Mandalia.
20 series 02.
20 series 02. Okay. Then Shyam Adodaria.
19 series 01.
19 series 01. Then Binkesh. Binkesh, what is your surname? Here mentioned Bharwad. Binkesh, please. Surname. Tell me your surname.
Binkesh Rathod,
Rathod.
20
Enrollment
series
number
22.
20 series 22. Okay. Now Ishan Jani.
20 series 01.
20 series 01. Okay. Then Urvish Pandya.
20 series 18.
20 series 18. 18. Okay. Then Jadhav Arun.
20
Please, enrollment number Jadhav. ઊંઘી ગયો છો બેટા? Hello. Yes, your surname please.
Dove, sir.
Yes, Dove. Okay. Enrollment number
19 series 02.
1902.
Yes.
Okay. Jadhav Arun please. Okay. Okay, you may leave the meeting now. In the next lecture, we will start our chapter number 2, that is metal cutting lab. Right? Now you can leave the meeting.